As you know, Niagara-on-the-Lake, along with the rest of the province, we're still in step 3 of the roadmap to reopen. And so far, I'd say the transition has gone very well in Niagara-on-the-Lake. People seem to be well aware of the regulations now and the rules that are currently in place and have largely been following those rules accordingly. Since my last update, there have not been any new updates from the province. From a Niagara region perspective, they are currently heavily promoting their walk-in program. So walk-ins are welcome at public health clinics between 9:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. for the first and second doses for anyone 12 years of age or older. And then there's walk-ins that are welcome at Seymour Hanna with certain conditions. So if you're looking for more information about that, it is available on the region's website under their vaccination section. In regards to what's happening then in Niagara-on-the-Lake, this is really good news. There are no new cases in Niagara-on-the-Lake, so we have 0 active cases here, which is really great news for the town, and so happy to see that. Currently in Niagara region, there are 2 communities that have no active cases, and that's Niagara-on-the-Lake and Fort Erie. So thanks to everyone for following the regulations to help keep our cases down. So these will largely just serve as reminders because we spoke about it last week. So I'll go through it quickly. But in terms of what's open right now, the community center is open. So that's the track and fitness area. The room rentals and bookings at the community center will commence on September 7th. And interested groups can reach out to the supervisor of Parks and Recreation. That's Dan. We've welcomed back many of our sports teams. So we have baseball and soccer having returned. We still have tennis and lawn bowling, and we have Tai Chi running. We also have our water features open. So Memorial Park, St. David's Pool, the wading pool, and the splash pad at Virgil Sports Park are all still open. And we have our aquatics program and swimming lessons that are operating. We also still have our public washrooms at Memorial Park, on Market Street, and at Simcoe Park, Queens Royal Park, and Virgil Sports Park that remain open 7 days a week from 8 until 8. And they do still continue to be regularly cleaned and disinfected. And then in order to provide relief for those visiting Niagara-on-the-Lake during extreme heat, the town does offer their temporary indoor cooling center again on days when the heat alert or advisory is in effect. And for July, that's the courthouse. So when there is a heat advisory, it will be open from 12 until 4. In regards to our vaccines, the clinics went very well last week. We hosted them at the community center July 21st and 22nd. And then the next clinic in Noddle that the region will put on is on for July 30th. In regard to our vaccine statistics, we have now had 607,000 people approximately in Niagara region that have had their doses administered. So 69.3% of Niagara residents have had their first dose and 57.5% have a complete series. In regards to enforcement, or I'll start with traffic actually. From a traffic perspective, we're still seeing an increase this weekend over last weekend. And of course, that's to be expected with summer upon us and lessening restrictions, increased vaccinations. Things are getting back to normal slowly but surely. The total of incoming cars this past Saturday and Sunday was 13,578. The weekend prior was 11,875. So that's a 14% increase over last weekend. Old Town is, as I said, getting back to normal and busier than ever. The COVID complaint phone number received no calls over the weekend, and the COVID-related service requests are also very minimal at this point. The majority of bylaws focus remains to be on capacities, largely in restaurants. Residents and business owners, understandably, are very happy to be in step 3, and the questions that we've received from business owners last week have been related to capacity and special events. So that seems to be the most frequently asked questions right now. Bylaw has reported that patios are staying open even during the rain, so it shows just how eager people are to be out doing things again. The parking officers issued 174 parking tickets this weekend. And I mentioned last week that we would be having some new people join our team. So today, the newest member of the bylaw enforcement team started. Her name is Stephanie. She's here for the 6-month contract focused around the special enforcement area. And then we have another individual who has been hired to fill the modernization bylaw position. He will start on August 9th. So we're very excited to have this to give us a little bit more capacity to achieve some of the objectives of council. The 6-month contract as well, the hours are different. So the hours of work are Wednesday through Sunday, starting at 1 o'clock and going until 9:30. So that gives us the ability to look at enforcement during those hours as well, whereas in past we haven't been able to do so. Of course, the COVID complaints at noddle.com email is still available if members of the community would like to report contraventions. However, as I said, there's been a significant decrease as restrictions have lessened and people have just gotten more familiar with the rules. For our good news, I'd like to speak a little bit about the Park Hop again that I mentioned last week. So excited to have launched that on July the 22nd. So as a reminder, that's the family-friendly initiative that encourages families with children or grandchildren to explore our great parks and play structures throughout town. The Park Hop is spotlighting 12 parks throughout Niagara-on-the-Lake and engages the children with a fun animal-themed scavenger hunt. So I want to let you know that we've received a ton of positive feedback already about this initiative, and we've seen many children running from various parks in search of the hidden animal, and it's really quite a sweet sight to see. Staff did not pay for any advertisement for this initiative, just our website and our social media. However, it's been picked up quite a lot. Many local radio stations and some news channels have picked it up and shared the details. So it's been very busy. The parks have been hopping, and there's more information at noddle.com/park hop if anyone's interested. So far, we've received, I think, 3 completed tracker sheets already, and it's open until August 23rd, 2021, if any kids want to submit them to win a prize. My last update then is on the ambassador program. They've been doing such a great job, still walking the streets of Old Town on weekends, welcoming our visitors, answering questions, and providing friendly reminders about COVID protocols. They've been working diligently to respond to questions from the public. They're also tracking those questions so that we can keep updating them on our frequently asked questions and provide the best support we possibly can. So just for interest's sake, some of the questions that they were asked this weekend is, where can we barbecue? Which patios are pet friendly? And is the Shaw Festival Theatre open? So that's the kind of thing that people are out asking our ambassadors about, while they're also encouraging being safe with the COVID protocols. So thanks once again to the Shaw Guild for heading up this great initiative. And if anyone is interested in joining the ambassador team, they can contact town offices and we will help them with that.